I'm sure by now that you know that typically if you want to generate faceless YouTube videos like history videos, Bible stories, fictional, scary animation, and way more, in order to create the video, you would need to use the method of generating the AI images, then turning those images into videos, and then manually editing everything together, which can take a bit of time, especially for beginners. But what if I tell you that this game-changing update to this AI tool removes all of these hours and complications of work and reduces it to one simple prompt? And yes, you heard me right. From one prompt, it'll create your entire video. So generate the AI videos, the voiceovers, the background music, the sound effects, transitions, edits it, and does everything for you. Actually, just keep watching this video. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about, because this is actually insane. So in order to do this, you want to come on over to this tool, which is InVideo AI. I'll leave the link for it in the description below. Now, once on InVideo AI, in the top corner here, ensure you have version 3.0 selected. This is the latest model. Once here, we can now begin the process. So I'm going to show you a couple use cases. Though there's many niches to faceless channels, one of the common niches is urban legends. Now, channels like this create videos like, for example, about Bigfoot. As you can see here, these videos tend to get lots of views. People are interested in it. So to create a video for a channel like this, you could come back over to InVideo and ask a prompt like this. Feel free to screenshot this and use this as an example of a prompt you can create. You have my permission. The important points I ensured that I included was the type of video that I wanted to create, the type of style. So I said scary documentary style, the length of the video. If you're generating something for YouTube, you want your videos to be longer. Just for the use case, I'll be using 1 minute, and then what I want the video to be about. And then the rest of this is just me explaining how I would want my video to be. So I said I want the script to be written first-person perspective. I say the type of cuts I want in my video and the vibe I want my video to give off, how I want it to look, because remember, it's going to create footage for us. So you need to be as descriptive as you should be so you can get the output that you're looking for. And then this last spot here, I just said I wanted it to end with an open-ended question. This is a pretty simple prompt. It can get more detailed than this. I will show you this later. But once you have a description of the video you want to be generated, all you need to do is click where it says generate a video. And not well, guys, I completely wrote this prompt out on a whim. So don't feel like you need to know some special tricks. Well, there are some tricks that could help, which I'll show you throughout this video, but you don't need to be a perfect prompter. You could simply just write in as much detail what you want, and the AI will do its best to give you that output. And then you need to further refine exactly how you'd want your video to look like. The secret sauce is this button right here. You need to click where it says generate media, and then you need to select the visual style. I'm going to keep it at realistic in this instance. Then the audience, I'm going to keep it as horror fans, and the platform is YouTube. And then I'm going to click continue. And now InVideo will go ahead to generate my entire video for me. And yeah, it actually is that easy. Now in a couple minutes, the video is done. Let's take a look at what it looks like.
I've always been fascinated by the unexplained, but nothing could have prepared me for what I encountered in those dark woods. Oh, the legend of Bigfoot has captivated people for centuries, with countless sightings and encounters reported over the years. It was a moonless night when I ventured deep into the forest, armed with nothing but a vintage film camera and an insatiable curiosity. As I pushed deeper into the wilderness, the air grew thick and the silence was deafening. Suddenly, I heard a twig snap behind me. I spun around, my heart pounding in my chest. And there, in the darkness, I saw something that would haunt me for the rest of my life. A massive, hair-covered figure stood just yards away, its eyes reflecting an eerie red in my camera light. I froze, unable to move or breathe. The creature let out a low, guttural growl that sent shivers down my spine. In a panic, I stumbled backward, my camera capturing blurry images of the beast as it advanced. Just as quickly as it appeared, it vanished into the shadows, leaving me questioning everything I thought I knew. Was this the elusive Bigfoot, or something even more terrifying?
That was actually incredible. Now, I want you guys to realize something. Transitions were there. Background music was there. Sound effects was there. Voiceover. The footage in the way I wanted. The storyline. everything was done and it only took me one sentence. That's it. That's how easy this is. And now keep in mind that this is AI at the end of the day, so not everything will be perfect on the first go. Sometimes it gets pretty close, but there will be things that you need to do changes for. And there are many changes you can make. So I'll show you how you can edit this using the text to edit feature. This is absolutely my favorite feature that ever exists in the whole entire world of features that exist. So typically lots of Faceless videos come with subtitles. So if I wanted to add subtitles to the video, all I'd have to say is add subtitles and then hit generate. So now if we take a look at this,
I spun around, my heart pounding in my chest.
as you can see, subtitles has been added into the video for us and they match the voiceover, so there was nothing else we had to do. If I wanted to change the background music, I simply need to tell it to do so. So I could say change background music to a beat. You would just explain the type of music you'd want and hit generate. Okay, now let's see what this sounds like.
Those dark woods. Oh, the legend of Bigfoot is captured.
Perfect. It made the changes. Of course, you wouldn't want upbeat music for a scary video. I just did this to show you guys how easy it is. So let's undo this by using the back button. Something else I love to do when I'm editing these types of videos is to make the media pacing be faster. In this instance, I will say though, the media pacing seems to be pretty on par. It's not too slow and it fits the overall theme of the video. But if you wanted it to be more faster to keep the audience engaged, because we know people now have short attention spans, you could simply say make media pacing be very fast. If you want it to be slower, you'd say make media pacing be slow. So it goes from slow, fast, very fast. But keep in mind, this is very much reflective of your script. So if your script is more written for a more slow paced video, like a documentary video, then changing the media to be faster may not be the wisest thing to do. Okay, now this is actually getting me a bit excited. And to clarify, I know Bigfoot is a bit in that folklore area. Yes, there are some stories and maybe even some evidence, but nothing truly out of this world. So let's take it a step further. What if we imagine something truly out of this world? Like, what if an alien invasion happened? There are many videos like this that exist on YouTube. And as you can see, they do pull in hundreds of thousands to millions of views. And better yet, since there have been news about aliens potentially living in the ocean, no, I mean, literally, if we even take a look at Google Trends, it's up right now. So let's lay into that idea where the alien invasion comes from the ocean. So let's come back on over to NVIDIA AI. And in this instance, I'm going to be using a way more detailed prompt like this. Now, I recommend you pause the video and just take a quick read of this prompt so you can see exactly what it says. Overall, I'm just telling it to create a 1-minute video explaining the scenario of what if aliens were to attack Earth today emerging from the ocean. And then in this section, I'm explaining exactly how I want the video to be in as much detail as I could. So I'm telling it to start with an eerie underwater shots with strange activity, accompanied by low frequency rumbling sound effects, mystery bubble sounds, use soft emotional music for shots showing the strain of resources. I really went in depth of exactly how I want the video to come out. And again, I'm telling it to end with a thought-provoking question saying, could humanity unite to survive? Just take screenshots of this so you have an idea of how specific you can get with your prompts. And again, you can get even more specific than this. You have the ability to utilize 32,000 characters. So from here, you would follow the same process. You would hit generate. Now let's see if it brought my vision to life. Let's take a look at what this looks like.
I never thought I'd live to see the day when our greatest threat would come from beneath the waves. At first, it was just anomalous readings, inexplicable sonar pings. Then came the tremors, the tsunamis, the rising panic. They emerged from the depths, technologies beyond our comprehension.
Damn.
Coastal cities fell first, their defenses crumbling like sandcastles.
Oh my
The
God.
military mobilized, but our weapons seemed laughably primitive. Resources stretched thin, shelters overflowed, families torn apart. But in our darkest
Do y'all hear the sound effects that I'm hearing right now?
hour, something unexpected happened. Borders dissolved, old enmities forgotten, as humanity faced its greatest challenge. Could humanity unite to survive?
Apart from the visuals, the sound effects and its sound design is completely out of this world. Sound design is something that really makes or break a video, and this, I would say, they have sound design down packed. It added in the bubble sound, the children cry, the eerie music, the change in music. It's so amazing. Now again, if you want to edit this, you can do it the way I showed you earlier, which is using the text to edit feature, or you could also do it manually by clicking where it says edit. By editing the media, you could change out different scenes by selecting the one you want to change. You can add in some stock media, but it may seem a bit off just in this instance, considering we're going with something kind of outer worldly. But you could simply select replace and replaces with whichever one you choose. You can also upload your own footage, but I don't think any of us would have alien footage in our camera roll, right? So I recommend utilizing the generated media section where you can simply click generate media, and then you could simply describe what you'd want it to create just as you would with any other image or video generation tool. So I would say beach side of city with people walking, and then say how long I would want it to generate. So I'm just going to say about 3 seconds, and make sure you have in the style of the video selected 16:9 and hit generate clip. And then once it's done, you can hit play to see the media generated for you. As you can see, it not only generated a really good video, but it also included the sound effects. So if you're happy with it, you simply click replace, and it's going to replace the media that was previously there. From there, you just hit apply. You can also edit the background music by clicking where it says music, and then you could upload your own music or just go from the library of stock music. And just as usual, you select the one you want and hit replace. You can also go through the entire script and manually edit it if you'd like. So the choice is yours whether you want to edit using the command box or manually, but the options are there for whatever your preferences are. So the two I showed you earlier are pretty much fictional, so generating something for things that are, well, does not exist as far as we know is impressive. But what about generating a video for something that is more real? Like for example, a tutorial video about how to bake a cake. A vanilla cake. I could really go for a cake right now. So I guess I'll use that for the tutorial. So you'd follow quite the similar process. You'd come back on over to InVideo AI, and the same exact way we've been doing this whole time. You'd simply paste in a sentence explaining what you want it to create. So I told it, create a 1-minute YouTube tutorial on how to bake a vanilla cake, use upbeat, cheerful background music, light kitchen and sound effects like mixing, whisking, and oven timer. Please ask it to use different sound effects. This will really upgrade your video. And then I start to explain how I would like it to start, what I would like it to include, the different types of clips. So I said measuring ingredients, mixing the batter, pouring it into the grease pan. And then I explained a bit of how I would want the voiceover to be. And then I told it how to end. And then I always like to tell it to ensure that all the footage is accurate and flowing. And then I told it the vibe I want the footage to have, which is a glowing vibe and feel. Again, you could pause this video and screenshot the prompt, utilize it. You have my permission. From here, all you need to do is click generate a video. And like I showed you earlier, select generate media, the visual style you want, the audience type, I'll say home bakers, YouTube, hit continue, and then it will go ahead to generate the video for you. And not well guys, if you have your own recipes, you could add that into the prompt box so that you could create your videos using your own recipes. And for example, if you have your recipe on a blog, you can get InVideo to take a look at that blog to make the video about your recipe by simply inserting a line like this. Use this blog as reference, and then you would insert the link for your blog. Isn't this already making you feel like, wow, I could start any channel that I could possibly think of? Because you can. So now that it's done, let's take a look at what this looks like.
Hi there, I'm Sarah, and today I'm excited to share my favorite vanilla cake recipe with you. It's a family secret, but I think it's too good not to share. First, let's gather our ingredients. We'll need flour, sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, baking powder, and milk. Now let's mix our dry ingredients in one bowl and our wet ingredients in another. Time to combine everything. Slowly pour the wet ingredients into the dry and mix until smooth. Pour the batter into a greased pan and tap it gently to remove any air bubbles. Into the preheated oven it goes. Set your timer for 30 minutes. And it's done! Look at that golden perfection. After cooling, let's add a simple vanilla frosting. There you have it, a delicious homemade vanilla cake. Enjoy!
Okay, I enjoyed that. That was good. Now, of course, there were a couple mistakes you'd have to fill in, a couple scenes where the AI hallucinated a little bit. It's common with AI. So you'd go in how I showed you earlier and replace those footages, replace those different clips until you have your perfect video.
Hi there, I'm Sarah, and today I'm excited to share my favorite vanilla cake recipe with you. It's a family secret, but, I think it's too good not to share. First, let's gather our ingredients. We'll need flour, sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, baking powder, and milk. Now let's mix our dry ingredients in one bowl and our wet ingredients in another. Time to combine everything. Slowly pour the wet ingredients into the dry and mix until smooth. Pour the batter into a greased pan and tap it gently to remove any air bubbles. Into the preheated oven it goes. Set your timer for 30 minutes. And it's done! Look at that golden perfection. After cooling, let's add a simple vanilla frosting. There you have it! A delicious homemade vanilla cake. Enjoy!
Now, something else that's cool that you can do, especially when it comes to creating tutorial videos, if you wanted to, you could change the language of this video by coming over to this box and simply saying change language to and insert the language you want. So I'd say French, hit generate. Now that it's done, let's take a look at what this looks like.
Bonjour à tous, je suis Sarah, et aujourd'hui, je suis ravie de partager.
From my ears, it sounds pretty great. And for those of you who are still skeptical about AI voices and may not necessarily want to utilize an AI voice, then you can do this same method using your own voice by simply coming to the side here and clicking where it says voices. Then what you'd want to do is add in some voiceover clips of your own voice, and then InVideo would create your voice as a voiceover. So when you actually are creating the prompt for your video, all you'd want to do is insert the line saying change voiceover to, and you'd utilize your voice name. So in the prompt that you used earlier, you would say use voiceover, and then you would put the name of your voiceover. So now you see you can edit practically every aspect of these videos. And something else that most people forget that you could also edit, which is pretty helpful. If you come on over to edit and you go to settings, you can also manually edit other important aspects of the video very specifically, like the overlay preset, the transitions that you'd want to use, a different subtitle, the type of text. You could adjust the volumes and the characters in your video. And once you've done editing your videos and you are happy with the way they look, you need to download it. So in order to download it, you'd come to where it says download, and then you would click download video, and then you would put the settings that you would want to download it in. So no watermarks, no branding, and 1080p. Hit continue, and then you'll have your video downloaded to your laptop. From here, you can upload it to YouTube or whichever platform that you made your videos for. So tell me, are you impressed? Or are you impressed? I recommend you give this a try for yourself and just have some fun with this, and also create things with this and make some money with this. Now, when it comes to utilizing this, you can get started for free with InVideo AI, but if you want to be able to use the features that I showed you in this video today, then you need to utilize their generative plan. And if you want to learn more from me, then you need to check out this other video on my channel.